Imagine this. You've just signed up for submarine duty in the middle of World War II. Maybe you were inspired by the posters that said, "Join the silent service." Or maybe you drew the short straw and someone else got the comfy Navy job in Hawaii. Either way, you're here now, standing on a dock, staring at what looks like a long, black metal cigar floating in the water. It's a US submarine, probably a Gato class or Balao class. She's about 300 feet long, but don't let that fool you. It's not exactly roomy inside. This thing wasn't built for comfort. It was built to sneak, strike, and survive. And somehow she's supposed to carry almost 80 guys, plus all the food, torpedoes, and spare parts needed for a couple months at sea. Good luck finding elbow room. Your first step inside is like walking into a steampunk metal maze. Pipes snake overhead, wires run along the walls. Gauges, knobs, and mysterious switches are everywhere. You duck through a narrow hatch, and right away it hits you. The air. It's kind of thick. Not gross, just used. Smells like machine oil, sweat, and something that might have once been chilly. It's dim too. The lighting is low and yellowish, like a 1940s diner on its last working bulb. You hear clanks buzzing, and the occasional distant shout of "make way" as someone hauls something heavy through the passage. This isn't a cruise ship, it's more like a floating toolbox. Everything inside has a purpose, but nothing's there just to look nice. You might pass a torpedo room, where the big metal fish are lined up like sleepy monsters, waiting to be loaded and fired. You might squeeze by the tiny galley, basically a closet with a stove, and then find the crew's bunks crammed into any space that isn't already full of machinery. Some guys are already napping, and you're not even out of port yet. You realise quickly, sleep happens whenever and wherever it can. You meet your crewmates, a mix of fresh-faced rookies like you and crusty veterans who've probably got salt water in their veins. There's the cook, who already tells you not to block the coffee pot if you want to survive the patrol. The chief of the boat, or COB, gives you a stare that could probably weld steel. He's been doing this longer than you've been alive. And then there's the captain. Calm, sharp, always thinking. You probably won't talk to him much unless you mess something up. Let's try not to do that. Before the sub leaves, you go through some quick and dirty training. You learn how to use an escape hood, how to plug a leak with whatever's nearby, even your shirt if you have to, and how to find your way around in total darkness. There's a whole art to moving around the sub. You learn to duck without smacking your head, step over hatches without tripping, and somehow wiggle past people in corridors the width of a broom closet. You'll be bumping elbows and knees constantly. Personal space? Yeah, say goodbye to that. This place redefines cozy.